as I look to the horizon, not a cloud, I've been storming with a still too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You say that my mind is too fast for your eyes. You're done there. By the time you see you, you're not surprised.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is DSP News. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Snort Burnell, DSP Gaming, donating things, PlayStation 4 agonies, and my hard work I've put into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be watching this fresh, so we'll kind of get, it'll be fun. You know what I mean? I usually like to try to watch these things once over before I get into it, but this will be cool too. And we'll see what Phil's problems are. I have heard, though, that Phil went ahead and may have stepped his boundaries and may have given some stuff away without any consent. Tisk, 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 Phil. Tisk, tisk. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. I hope your guys' day is going well, or your evening, or your afternoon, whatever the case may be. And ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News. Always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. A GTG network and productions. You guys know the slogan, so let's go ahead and get into it.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Sound good?
Yep.
And then I said, being in the giving and holiday spirit, I said, you know what? I've got a shitload of stuff here in the house that's from, basically, when you think about it, the past. I've got a bunch of, stupid shit clothing, a ton of shirts that I haven't worn in years, t-shirts. Remember all the old school t-shirts I used to wear in my videos years and years and years ago? Like when I started on YouTube, I had all those gaming t-shirts, and you haven't seen me wear those in like 6 years. I said, what am I saving these for? I'm never going to wear these again.
Do they fit? If they don't fit, then yeah, you should probably let them go. Outside of that, you don't go anywhere. You don't do anything. Hence the reason why you don't wear them. Just saying.
So I pulled out a big, bag, tall kitchen bag, or whatever you want to call it, trash bag, filled it with a bunch of shirts and stuff that I'm going to donate. I went into my storage nook and I realized, I'm not even kidding you, giant bags of stuffed animals and shit that weren't even mine. They were my ex's. And she had brought these across the country with us when she moved in with me here in 2014. Obviously, I have no fucking need for those anymore. I bagged all those up. And I ended up...
Whoa, wait. A couple of things, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. For one, you could have just recycled those stuffed animals for the new daughter that's coming soon. We call them hand-me-downs for a reason. Two, you donated these things without asking Panda for permission? Like, granted, I understand Tyrone was waiting outside. She grabbed everything she could get her hands on that she could carry with her, and they booked out. I get it. But in truth, should you have, before you cut off her, before you cut off your daughter's cell phone, should you have asked her if she wanted that stuff back? And if so, couldn't you have used the mailing boxes that she still has in the office to mail those things back to her? Now, granted, if she said, fuck you, I'm out of here, then that's fine and whatnot. But I feel like he probably should have at least asked. But at the same time, when she left, she grabbed everything that was important to her and what she needed at the time. So in truth, you might not even be able to have to worry about that last part. But, okay. It is what it is. I was just curious. I just wanted to ask. You could have used the hand-me-downs for the new daughter that's coming. Just saying. Or you should have at least asked Panda for her consent. That's all I'm saying. But it is what it is.
Up with 3 giant bags of stuff to
Donate. And I was like, this is good. I'm glad that I did this.
You're glad that you did this. So let me get this straight. For 3 or 4 months, you didn't even go into that room. Then all of a sudden, you did a rather pathetic attempt to actually try to clean that room out, by mixing it with your regular trash because you were too lazy to throw it out at, I don't know, anywhere. Go actually to the dump itself. Go to a Walmart or whatever the case may be that's around you and put it in their dumpster. Anything other than what you were doing. But now you feel the need, being that the new daughter is coming. You know what? Maybe I should clean this nook out. Maybe I should go ahead and there's all this propaganda from the last daughter. Yeah, we got to get rid of this. We got to get rid of this. And now all of a sudden you feel motivated to get in there. Interesting. Okay, I just thought I'd ask. I just thought I'd ask. It's almost like you're trying to redo your past, which is kind of like what, as someone has said in my comment section recently, is a reason why you want to do this Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 run. You're trying to rewrite your own past, which you can't. Okay. But actually, ladies and gentlemen, I'll save that for the end. I got an interesting theory, but we'll save that for the end.
Because this makes me feel good that I have some stuff that maybe some kids or some people who are needy might, make use of. So this week, while I'm, out and about doing my Christmas thing, I'm going to find some of those places you could donate stuff, and I'm going to donate all that stuff. Someone else can, make use of shit that's just sitting around my goddamn house. And you know what, folks? I will say this. I recommend you do the same. Because the bottom line is a lot of us have a lot of clutter.
Well, first things first, and this is just from a hygienic standpoint, are you going to wash any of those shirts and whatnot? I'm just curious. I would hate for you to pass the gout along. Can you pass gout along through, bodily fluids? Kevin, you just came back from Seattle. What do you think? No? Kenny? No? You're not sure? All right, we're just curious. I don't know if it's a sexually transmitted disease. Well, if that was the case, then Panda would have it. I don't know if it can be passed along to people, but if it is, Jesus Christ, Phil, take some precautions. That's the first thing. Second thing, I wonder if the girlfriend was the one who actually told him, hey, it's the holiday season. Why don't you go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff that you're not using? He said he's met up with her at least 3 times. That doesn't necessarily mean that she's come to the house, but if she has and whatnot, he showed her around and be like, hey, this is where you'll be serving me from now on, at least until she's ready to leave too. You should get acquainted with your surroundings. Maybe, just maybe, she was like, you have a lot of extra stuff here. Why don't you just donate it? You know what I mean? It is the holiday season. People could use it. And now all of a sudden he's like, well, yeah, I guess I probably should. If that is the case, at least we know she's kind-hearted. At least until she gets corrupted. It's a shame, really. Dispiness.
And a lot of shit just hanging around our houses. And you never realize during this holiday season of the year how much those things could actually help someone in need, right? Just a few old clothes you're never going to wear again, but they're still in good shape.
Donate them, man. Seriously, help people out. By the way, I really desperately need the money to help with my tax situation.
Yep.
So, hint, save the house.
Pay me tons.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Yep.
Do nice things for others. Be nice to other people. Brain dead humans, go fuck yourself, and thank you for the tip. Thank you, you fucking worthless humans, for the view. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to actually explain to you how stupid you are so that you'll realize it. Oh yeah, Jumbio's titties, kid. Fucking idiots. They're dumb fucks.
Wow.
You think I'm the villain? Go fuck yourself. They're morons. They're mouth-drooling morons. I slap you with my e-penis. You suck my dick. You suck my dick.
Take that position that you're in and do something.
Yeah, do unto others as they do unto you, I guess. That's a great way to motivate people to give you money during the holiday season, Phil. I couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely. The holiday spirit is really making its rounds around that house, isn't it?
Something positive with it during this holiday season. Don't just fucking squander it or take it for granted or only focus on the negative. Because there are, I get it. A lot of people, it's very hard to not focus on the negative. I get that.
Especially me in particular. Unbelievable.
How about this? I won't even mute the mic. I'll leave the mic a live mic. Maybe you'll catch something. Maybe you'll hear me scratching my balls or, ripping a nice big rootin' tootin' fart on the mic.
That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my goddamn life. man, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I'm a brain dead idiot.
Yep.
And I need the game to be as easy as fucking possible for me to play.
Yep.
There you go. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, and I'm not a children's entertainer.
Nope.
And recently I've been having audio cutouts, where all of a sudden the audio would cut out, but then if I unplug and replug it, it would work again. Maybe it just needs a hard reboot. I haven't hard rebooted my PS4 in a while. It's hard.
Maybe you should just clean up in that room. Like, seriously. Maybe get yourself a can of, like, pressurized air and just actually spend a day and go through and just really give all of your equipment a good cleaning. You'd be surprised what it does. Just saying. For someone who's had 2 brick, PCs, you would think you would be a little bit more savvy. Just saying. You take care of your shit, it'll work better. And it'll work longer. Like I said, and maybe that's why Phil is doing the whole donation thing. Maybe he's trying to drum up some karma for himself. It's obvious that he wants 2018 to be a better year for him, which will lead into this theory that I might talk about at the end of the video. We'll have to wait and see, but this is entertaining, I gotta say.
Reboot it and see if that fixes it. I really hope that this fucking fixes it, because, I mean, I can't afford another PS4, But it seems like my PS4's been having all these audio issues. And again, there was not an issue until they...
Interesting. You just got new headphones, and all of a sudden you're having audio issues. Okay. So, was the old set of Astros really the problem, or is just the PS4 going out and you really wanted a new pair? Oh boy, Phil. Always exposing yourself. I'll say, people don't go to strip clubs and see as much.
Patched it recently. It was one of the recent system patches that they did that caused this issue. They never had an issue before that.
This is not good. I'm wondering if the optical port's fucked up. If the optical port's completely fried or something.
Because now I have audio, but it's only USB audio. It's not surround sound at all. Which is not good. Yeah, not good. So now you guys have audio. I can't hear anything. This is not good. This is not good at all.
Well, I guess somebody should take the hint and get Phil that PS4 Pro. I think someone needs to just go ahead and put that work in. It's funny because Doom actually had called that only a few videos back, that eventually that would come about. Looks like someone needs to get that PS4 Pro. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, hey, you can't give him a PS4 Pro without giving him a 4K television. You got to do that. And you might want to go ahead and get him a surround sound system. He's getting older, the games are getting tougher, and he needs to have his cues. And more importantly, it also helps to stream. It helps your experiences too. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, as Doom had said, the Amazon wish list should be launched by now. If not, it will be launched when he gets back. You guys might want to look at this as a preemptive strike on his part on, hey, I'm going to need that PS4 Pro. I have to. It's for the business. Just saying.
What the hell happened to my PS4 overnight? Nothing. I did nothing. I did nothing to the PS4 at all, and now I can't get audio out of it. I gotta fuck.
Actually, Snort Burnell brings up a very interesting point on this. He says the same thing happened to his Nintendo Switch. Is it possible that he purposely bricked his own system just so he could get someone else to donate another one? I would say no, because he would be taking a pretty big gamble with that, in the fact that he doesn't know if anybody would just donate him a Switch, which is what ended up happening. But he couldn't know that. So, and either way, he still profited because he took the brick back, he got his money for it, and then he got another Switch about a week later, maybe 10 days. So, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Phil's a squirmy one. He is. He's a squirmy one. So, we'll continue.
With this. This sucks. Oh, I got it. I got it back. It's working now. Oh my god. Now I'm getting audio. Yeah, it's something with the optical port on my PS4, and again, there was no problem with it until they patched the system recently, and apparently the patch fucked up the optical port somehow. Don't ask me what they did that fucked it up, but they did. Some tweak that they did to the system settings fucked up my optical port. So I guess it only works half the time. I gotta keep plugging, replugging, because there was no light on it, and then I unplugged and replugged, and then I saw the laser light went on. I was like, the optical's working. Okay.
Maybe it just wasn't plugged in properly. I'm just saying. It might just not have been plugged in properly. But it's never Phil's fault, though, ladies and gentlemen. It is never Phil's fault.
Micro penis. And then when I did the research, I found out that basically there's no way to make your dick grow. Sadly, that's what YouTube's become, this toxic place. This toxic, disgusting environment that's unmanageable and unmoddable. And it's YouTube's fault.
on YouTube. I used to make 3 times as much money as I make now on YouTube. That's how bad it is. That's why I'm focusing on Twitch. Wow, G-Day Guy 36 says, YouTube put you in that house though, bruh. That is incorrect. You wanna know who put me in this house? There's 2 primary parties responsible for putting me in this house.
One is myself, and the other is you, the viewers.
We're the 2 parties responsible for putting me in this house, not you.
What? He didn't say that stupid shit, did he? Oh. You know how this works, ladies and gentlemen. We got to bring it back.
House. There's 2
Let's bring that back.
That's why I'm focusing on Twitch. Wow, G-Day Guy 36 says, YouTube put you in that house though, bruh. That is incorrect. You wanna know who put me in this house? There's 2 primary parties responsible for putting me in this house.
One is myself, and the other is you, the viewers.
We're the 2 parties responsible for putting me in this house, not YouTube. YouTube.
Stop. Okay, so himself and you, the viewer, you were the 2 parties that put Phil in that house. Where was so what was the median and the platform that brought the 2 of you guys together to make that happen? There's no way you're this stupid. There is no fucking way that you're this stupid. You did not have a direct line of contact with your fan base if it wouldn't have been for YouTube. Before your fan base was shelling out money at you left and right, day in, day out, YouTube was there. And YouTube went ahead and made a way for Machinima. Machinima hired you and paid you. You wouldn't be where you're at today if it wasn't for YouTube. Because if it wasn't for YouTube, you wouldn't have a platform, a median, you wouldn't have anything to spit out your propaganda to these people who give you money. You cannot be that ignorant. You are, but it's hard to believe that you are. It's hard to believe that you want to suck these kids off so bad. Sorry, that's what he's doing. That you would sit there and just completely discard YouTube. Yet, you're on Twitter all day bitching about YouTube this, YouTube that, YouTube this. I thought you just said in the same breath that that's why you're moving on to Twitch. But yet, why are you still complaining about YouTube? It's the same reason why you take pop shots at Blip. It's the same reason why you take pop shots at Machinima. It's the reason why you take pop shots at Panda and at John and at everybody else. Fucking pathetic. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen.
Is a corporately backed, automated website. The only reason it exists and the only reason that it still exists and is still the #1 video sharing website is because it's backed by Google with unlimited funds. Any other business could have come up in the past few years, and if they had the resources and funds of Google to be able to bring in the advertisers, they could have done it better. It's not YouTube that reason that I'm here.
The mentality of a 5-year-old, it's my hard work. What? Lol. Unbelievable.
Oh boy.
Wow. And your viewership and dedication and loyalty. Thanks for the money, dummies. That's what put me in this house. Alright? Not the fucking stupid in-between business that posted the video. Why am I toxic? That's
boy.
not what did it. So, don't even, please, don't even start fronting about that bullshit.
Start fronting. You might want to stick in your lane, bro. You're using terms that you really don't understand, so you probably shouldn't do that. That's just not very good. Another thing is he's right. He's absolutely right. You're the one who sounds stupid with doing this. That was just something completely stupid that you should have never said. Anybody who is watching you currently did not know about you until they started watching you on this platform. If it wasn't for YouTube, there'd be no fucking DSP. Or there'd be at least no DSP gaming, I should say. Because Lord knows you would have fucked it up on Blip. What else is out there? Daily Motion. I know people's post on there, but I don't see no real traction. And there's VidMe, and even then, that's still in its infancy, as far as I'm concerned. I haven't seen a lot over there, too. I do know there's a couple of detractors that post over there, though. I can't think of anybody by name, to be honest with you, because it's been a while since I've been over there. But, yeah. So you might want to slow that down, bruh. You might want to slow that down.
Okay, burn in hell, Burnell, and I'm gonna burn in hell for the rest of eternity.
Probably.
Because of it. You can't change who you are, I guess.
Nope.
I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot.
Mm-hmm.
Phil's fat.
Yep.
Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar.
Yep.
I have a micro penis.
I don't know shit about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that right there is the genius, which is Snort Burnell. As I've taken from it, and as I've said already, I think honestly he should have at least asked Panda for her consent on that. But that's just my opinion. But then again, you know, when she did run out of there, she took what she could get her hands on and she left. I can understand that. And if she really wanted it back, she might have asked for it back by now. So there you go on that. Still, I probably would have at least said something like, hey, I'm going to donate all these stuffed animals and stuff. If that's stuff that she either bought there, then it wouldn't matter. But if that's stuff she brought from home, then I think it's fair that, you know, you send that stuff back to her. But that's neither here nor there. PS4. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to need a new PS4. It's the holiday season. The Amazon wish list, I'm sure, has launched. If not, it will when he comes back from vacation. His fans need to get ready. He needs a PS4 Pro. He needs the newest hotness out there. Stop fronting. He needs that new hotness. And in turn, he's going to need that 4K television. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is part of the business. He's going to need it. So you should provide it for him. And the hard work he put into all this, and YouTube was never a factor. It was never part of his success. It didn't pay him. It was him and his supporters who actually put him where he is. Riveting, I guess. Whatever. Like I said, without the median, you would have no one would have known who you were. So I guess it's the delusion, I guess. Maybe it's the eggnog. I don't know. I would say blame it on the Henny, but he doesn't have the tolerance for that. So let's be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News, always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. A GTG network and productions. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, the world is a very scary place out there, especially when you believe you're putting in hard work and you're really not. Take care of yourselves. And don't fill it up. This is GTG signing off in the broadcast. Oh, man. How's it going, guys? I'm sorry. I think I might have said something about a theory that I wanted to propose before the video ended. So my fault. Let's go ahead and get into that real fast. What my thoughts are as it pertains to the girlfriend, as it pertains to the new Metal Gear Solid Redemption runs, the Dark Soul runs, everything that's kind of gone on recently after this whole tax situation is, I believe Phil is trying to rewrite his life. He's trying to redo it. Think about it. He's trying to conquer the games that he's been criticized rather intensely for. He's got a new girlfriend. He already has the house that he wants. Remember, he never really liked that condo, or maybe even never wanted it. He just bought it to get independence from his parents. He has the house that he wants. He doesn't have the car that he wants, but it is what it is. But he has his house. He has his supporters lined up to give him money. All he needed was a girlfriend in place and to go back and try to redo his YouTube history. Is try to rewrite as best as he can his YouTube history. And how do you do that? You do that by going ahead and going at the very games that you yourself fucked up, that you're known for fucking up. It makes it makes some sense. I won't say it makes a lot of sense, but you know, I think that's where we're going with it. But at the same time, let's be honest, he's repeating history all over again. Let me go ahead and elaborate. So let's talk about This Is How You Don't Plays. He says that everybody loved the Dark Soul 2 runs, or his Dark Soul Redemption run, and it was great, and so on and so forth. I had someone in my comment section recently who actually, God bless you, by the way, for sitting down and watching all that, who actually watched it and said that the stream held his hand the whole time. Yeah, did he do better than the original? Sure, but the stream was holding his hand the entire goddamn time. So there you go there. So what really changed? Now, instead of actually paying attention to what the stream was telling him, he did, and they carried him the whole way through. So that right there should be a preview of what you can expect to come through with the with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 if he hits the $2,000 goal. Next thing, so that's we already know. So that's basically how Metal Gear Solid, is going to end up going. There you go. The new girlfriend. He doesn't want to make the mistake he did with Leanna. What I'm thinking is he doesn't want to push her to the forefront and into everybody's face like he did with the last girlfriend, which plenty of people told him, hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey, let us get to know her before you just throw her up. I think this time around, he wants to take it nice and slow, build up anticipation, have people pay him for this anticipation, and then take advantage. And then cash in and try to do it the right way. Now, I had said if she was older, it wasn't going to work out that way. Because, she wouldn't be interested in making a YouTube channel. Maybe a couple of vlogs if they go out to some nice restaurants or they're out and about at maybe a festival or something like that. Seattle's a really nice place to go out and enjoy what they have going on. Phil's an idiot, so he didn't really go. And when Panda tried to get him to go, he would just complain and say he had to work. Because there's only so much you can do in a day. You want to do that over the span of a weekend. But that's neither here nor there, ladies and gentlemen. That's neither here nor there. So he's gonna want to try to take it slow with this. And he's gonna want to milk this for everything that it's worth. In doing so, if he plays it gradually, let's say she exists, and this is all in that realm. He takes it nice and slow. He can go ahead and work her in gradually and get her onto some of his vlogs. If he's smart, he'll do it when they're actually out and about. You know what I mean? Show her when you guys are along the seaside and whatnot. Show her when you guys are going out and maybe trying some lobster rolls as you're walking down, whatever the popular streets are and whatnot. Having something fresh. Go out there and actually show you guys possibly on the beach, so to speak. Do something like that. Show her when you guys are going down the street or whatnot. Let me give you an example. I brought up LTG recently. LTG has been doing a lot of vlogs with his girlfriend. And I like them. They're actually pretty well done, to be perfectly honest with you. And yet again, he's still being himself, but he's showing you a much more easier side of him. You know what I'm saying? It's not all fucking seriousness. LTG is doing it right. Okay? He's not trying to rewrite his history. He's just trying to be better. Because I think he legitimately wants to be better. Let's see if Phil actually is paying attention to LTG, because I believe he is. And let's see if he'll follow suit. If he's smart, gradually bring your girlfriend in. Bring her in some vlogs where you guys are out and about. So you can kind of show, hey guys, I'm not always working. This is what a lot of you guys are helping me or provide. This is what I'm doing by you guys being so generous with your proceeds. So now I'm going to start doing vlogs, which is something people have been asking him to do, to start doing vlogs and whatnot, and gradually incorporate her in. If she is young, then he could probably have her start a YouTube channel and whatnot. And I pray to God she was a little bit more interesting than Panda was. Because at first she wasn't that interesting. She bashed things that she didn't need to be bashing. She did a bunch of dumb shit. Hopefully this one right here has a bit more personality. Third thing is this tax situation. Does he owe taxes? Yes. He doesn't owe what he thinks he owes. He doesn't owe what he's trying to convince other people that he owes. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That money right there will give him a fresh start. If I was Phil, my end game is to tie all of my loose ends in Connecticut, because he doesn't want to go back until, God forbid, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that I wish this upon him, but until his parents pass, he's not going back home. If they're getting up there in age, he should be at least trying to visit them once or twice a year, just to make sure they're okay and they're comfortable. The man can't even take care of himself. How do you think he's going to take care of, so to speak, elderly parents? Which they can't be that elderly, because they came out only a few years ago to help him and Panda get everything squared away. So they can't be that elderly. But that's neither here nor there. He's not going to go back to Connecticut until, and like I said, I say this with all due respect. I don't mean to be brutal about it. Until he's ready to, until they're he puts them in the ground and collects what he feels is his inheritance. That's it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody or anything like that. I'm just being brutally honest about that situation. Is the only thing that's left is that condo. And if he can take the financial burden of having that condo paid for it off of his books, which is how he should address his finances. He should call it his books. That's what I do. And I just like the professional. I like how professional it sounds. Not to say that I'm professional when I'm doing this. I'm just saying I like, you know what I mean? If he does that, if he could get the Connecticut, the condo in Connecticut paid off and off his books, he would be in a really good position, yeah? And doing so, he could use those proceeds to pay off what he has going, the house where he's at now, and in turn, go ahead and just boost up the equity that's currently in his home, and yet again put him in better position later on down the line. Do you guys kind of see what the scenario is? Now, I know most of you guys are like, GTG Golden, he's not smart enough for that. Maybe not. But I do know that people like Almighty Tevin, people like Theo, and others, and other great people that are detractors have mentioned the exact same thing. If they haven't done it in YouTube videos, they've mentioned it, I would think, in some way on Twitter. Maybe. Okay? I'm just guessing. I'd like to think that, I just like to think that someone else is thinking the way I'm thinking, at least in some way. That's what he should do. And with all the proceeds he's going to make between now and the end of January, it'll do it. It'll put him in the financial position he needs where he'll finally be in the black. And he'll finally be in a position, possibly, to send a large sum of money to Connecticut to pay off that condo. I don't know what he owes, because he lived there for a number of years, and he's been paying for it even while he's been here. So he's owned that condo for how long, ladies and gentlemen? Almost 10 years? Let's say he's owned it for 8 to 9 years. How much longer do you think he really has on that condo? A couple more years, yeah? You think, let's say he signed a 15-year mortgage on it, so he's almost done. So if he could send them a large lump sum of money, it would probably help. And in the later years, it may drop. It may actually drop what he would owe each month on it, giving him some more wiggle room. If he's smart, he'll continue to pay the $1,200 or the $1,500 or whatever he owes on it each month to put himself yet again in a better position. Ladies and gentlemen, I am only throwing at you what I would possibly do in this situation. Obviously, I would tweak a couple of things. You know, I'm not gonna hold fucking Phil's hand through this. But if he was smart, that's what he could do. Now, most of you are probably like, because you've said it in my videos before, you're giving him way too much credit. It's obvious he's not as smart as I am. I'm not here to question whether he's smarter than me or not. What I am saying is, and I'm just giving you my honest opinion on how I would approach some of his situations. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. I understand what you guys are trying to say, but some of you are trying to say, but I'm not trying to say he's as smart as I am or vice versa. What I'm saying is I'm looking at his scenario and I'm just pointing out what I would do. Well, not fully, because I'd still handle it differently. But what do you guys think, ladies and gentlemen? How do you guys feel? What are your thoughts on this particular situation? That was my theory. If he did it at least somewhat close to the way I said it, he could very well rewrite his own. He can't rewrite his history, but he can. This second time around, this is his redemption run. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. This is his redemption run of his life. I want you to think about that. God damn it, I wish I had said that a couple minutes ago. Oh, I would have seemed even more clever. I'm joking. But this is what that is, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is a redemption run of his own life that he's trying to do. All he needs is get another girlfriend in there, get more money into place, and paint the scenario out just a little bit better from a video game standpoint. His real life, his real life as it pertains to his finances, his relationship, and video games. If he can square all of that away, he thinks that 2018 could be the platform and be his springboard, just like it was 2009 all over again. I know, ladies and gentlemen, you think that sounds crazy, but just let me know what you guys think. Tell me how you feel. Tell me if that makes any sense to you in any way, shape, or form. There you go. There's my theory. Now, real quick, I did actually read somebody's comment probably last night, I think, where they were like, "Is it possible that Phil doesn't actually have a girlfriend, and he's using the girlfriend to justify why he has such a big ass fucking house?" Yes, of course. That's hell yeah, that's plausible. It's plausible as shit. At the end of the day, he's finessing these kids out of their money. If he can convince them that, hey, I do have a new girlfriend, this is the reason why I need to keep this house, and this is what I'm trying to build in the future, then there you go. And then he can use the excuse of, well, look at what these detractors and these haters did to my last girlfriend. I can't put her out there because it's for her own safety and for the sanctity of our relationship. And then there you go. He has his reason. He has his reasons for explaining why she's never on camera. And he could just do clever bullshit cues to walk himself off of camera. You know what I mean? In that of, oh, would you say, honey? Okay, I'll be right there. And then there you go. And everybody's like, well, I mean, yeah, the suspicion that she's not there will always be there, but it doesn't matter. Maybe, just maybe, Phil may have listened to something that I said, and that the mystique, the image, you know what I mean? The illusion is much more powerful than the reality. I don't know if I'm not saying Phil watches my videos, but I know people who watch Phil and support him do watch my videos. So maybe one of them passed it along to him. Maybe he can take it. Consider it a Merry Christmas from from GTG as well as DSP News. So we'll wait and see. But what you're saying is very plausible. I'm not going to dismiss you. I'm not really here to dismiss anything you guys say. If you have something to say it by all means, and I'll certainly go over it. So there you guys go, ladies and gentlemen. There's my theory. Yet again, I'm sorry that I missed it the first time around. I'm sorry that I didn't say the DSP fucking redemption run of life. Fuck. Oh, I guess I could always do a video. There we go. I can always do a video later, and I'll call it that, and you guys can leave your comments down below, and I'll make sure they're in the video. Whether I say it or whether they'll be on screen or whatnot, we can talk about that further if you guys are interested in doing it. Tell me what you guys think. That would be a great thing. I need to write that down. DSP's redemption run of life. We'll do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yet again, this is DSP News. Always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. A GTG network and productions. Take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.